Apple iPad Pro is back in the new year. How much can Apple's technology improve in a little over 1 year? Well, this is a difficult question. There are some big changes, but most of them seem small because Apple's hardware is constrained by its software. That may soon change, as the company is set to debut the new version of iPodish in a few weeks at its Worldwide Developer Conference. But I can only test what's in front of me, and there's no denying that this iPad is the best tablet out there. Year after year, Apple is inches closer to ever making an iPad that I can use as a full-on laptop alternative. The Apple iPad Pro isn't 100% there, but with its current hardware, it's ready to meet my day-to-day computer-like needs. As always, the Apple iPad Pro comes in two sizes, 11 and 12.9 inches. Apple iPad Pro 12.9 is the model getting more attention this time around, as it has a new display technology. Apple calls it the Liquid Retina XDR display, but we'll stick to its other name, Mini LED. This is the biggest reason to upgrade to this machine. The tablet still uses an LCD display, not OLED. But what is different here is the backlighting technology used to illuminate the LCD. While the previous Apple iPad Pros had 72 LEDs on the back of the screen to illuminate the display, this new model raises that number to over 10,000. It's essentially mini LED technology. Thousands of tiny LEDs illuminate the display. The more LEDs you pack, the better control you have over screen contrast and the depth of the black range in the screen. This is known as local dimming technology, which allows better control of the areas of the screen, called zones, that need to be bright and the areas that need to be dark. There are 2,596 local dimming zones. Of course, with so many mini LEDs, you can make the whole display look brighter. This display impresses whether you're gaming. It still maintains a 120 Hz refresh rate for smooth and responsive gameplay, sketching with Apple Pencil, or editing photos in Lightroom. It's a shame it's not present in the tiny 11-inch tablet. The Apple iPad Pro is powered by the same new M1 processor found inside the recent MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, Mac Mini and iMac. So does that mean you get desktop-class computing on the iPad Pro? Correct? Its benchmark score matches the MacBook Air's results, while beating the 2020 Apple iPad Pro by a wide margin. However, in everyday use, that extra power didn't make much difference. The Apple iPad Pro and its earlier versions are both very fast machines. Both handled all my usual tasks with ease, whether it was sketching, writing, having more online tabs open, or even playing long sessions of Civilization Vi. Most people aren't going to use the extra power the M1 provides, especially because of the lack of full desktop versions of the apps. Of course, there will be people who can harness this new power, as you can edit 4K videos with great ease. If that's the case, you'll be pretty happy with the speed of this thing. It still offers the same USB-C connectivity as before, but you can now benefit from faster data transfer speeds if you connect it to a Thunderbolt-supported external storage drive. You can also hook the iPad to the dock to pair it with an external monitor. But don't be swayed by all the desktop-grade features that Apple is waving in your face. This machine still won't feel as reliable as a good old laptop. Not because it can't supply enough power, not at all. There are just a few victories that make working away from it feel limited. For example, I've connected the iPad Pro to an external monitor and it still only mirrors the iPad's screen. Give me a two-screen solution, Apple. I spent several days with the Magic Keyboard working perfectly from the iPad Pro, and once or twice, I had to go back to my desktop. This is because the content management system we use at Wired sometimes works on the iPad and doesn't allow me to tap certain buttons on the screen. It works fine on my PC. That and the fact that the iPad kept logging me out of our CMS. Two other major new features here are 5G connectivity and the center stage feature of the camera. Center stage is more useful day by day, where the wide-angle camera tries to keep you in the frame if you're moving in front of the iPad during a video call. It sounds a little scary, but it's really helpful. It does a great job of keeping an eye on my face, and I can see it being especially helpful for people video chatting while in the kitchen. It looks no different. The LiDAR camera is there if you want to watch augmented reality apps and games, and the quad speaker setup still sounds excellent. My only wish? More ports. If you want it to be like a computer, bring back the headphone jack. Add another USB-C port. Maybe an SD card reader. If you want a medium-sized iPad, save your cash and choose the iPad Air. This is the tablet I would recommend to most people who want to do some work while also using it for fun. If your objectives are purely for the latter, stick with the $330 iPad. At $1,099 without counting any accessories, it's hard to say who should buy the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Maybe you want a bigger canvas for your digital art, or maybe you just want the raw power for digital rendering. Anyhow, there's nothing like it right now, and I doubt it's going to get even better. Well, thanks for watching the video, and if you like it, don't forget to subscribe my channel. See you in the next video very soon.